as a matter of fact, I want to ask about this because this is another reason too marriages fail tremendously because of this, and a lot of people dealing with the secret of infidelity. That's also going on in these marriages, and that's something I want to kind of go into.
Yeah.
Because first of all, did you ever have to deal with infidelity inside your marriage?
I did, but it's actually not something that I can talk about freely because it doesn't just affect me; it affects Juliet as well. Yeah. And it's a conversation we have yet to have with my sons. They're 14 and 12.
Yeah.
And so I owe that conversation to them first before I can share it here.
So, so tell me about that though. Like when it comes to infidelity, right? That's one of the biggest things because it's damn. I mean, when we just are realistic about just the landscape of marriages,
yeah,
it's almost inevitable.
Yeah.
That over a span of a lifetime, somebody's gonna have sex with somebody else. I mean, and I'm not gonna lie. Usually, it's the man. You know what I'm saying? Going out, stepping outside. I think women have a true capability to truly be satisfied sexually through one vessel. I'm not saying they don't desire other things.
That's a major assumption, though, because I think it's probably women that also cheat. They just never.
Well, no, that's 100% true. I'm just talking about. I'm not saying that. I never said women don't cheat. I'm just talking about just pure off of being able to have satisfaction and fulfillment through one sexual partner. Where I just don't believe that one man can be truly like from a physical primal standpoint will be sexually satisfied with one partner. So I think that's something we just constantly battle.
Yep.
And also, why it just happens.
Yeah.
How do you deal with something like that inside of a marriage? And from a man, right?
Yes.
I think how do we handle or manage just the inevitable desire? And if it occurs, how do you guys mend that in your relationship and keep pushing forward?
So this is a great topic and a great point of conversation because we have not done a good job as men and women about having honest, open, and transparent conversations. My acronym is HOT. HOT conversations. Honest, open, and transparent. We don't do a good job as men and women having hot conversations around our sexual desires and our appetites.
Agreed.
We make a lot of assumptions and we do a lot of finger crossing. I hope she's a freak. I hope he's a freak. I hope she does this for me. I hope he does that for me. But they don't have the grown, mature conversations to say, I've explored my body and my body has been explored, if it has, right? And I know what I like. I like to be touched like this. I like for this to happen. I like for that to happen. Would you be opposed to doing this? Is this something that you would be against? Is this something that would be difficult for us to have in our marriage? I think if we were more honest about what we enjoyed, we'd have different outlooks on sex with our spouse monogamously. The other thing we're never honest about is I can be attracted to other people. But attraction does not mean I have to bone them. So we're not even honest about our sexual appetite with each other, nor are we honest about the fact that I find another person attractive. That attraction doesn't automatically mean at an animalistic, primal level, I must now put my penis in her vagina. She looked too good. Her fault. What was my dick supposed to do? I had to bone her. No, I don't. I don't have to do anything. Ever. Or I can do anything. Ever. And there's consequences to both. I could go murder everybody in the mall. As long as I'm okay with capital punishment. I got to make that decision. Am I okay with the electric chair, the gas chamber? I don't know what they're doing in America. Lethal injection. Right, I think, right. Everything else is too mean. You know what I mean? Inhumane. That's the word. Everything else is too humane. But so we just going to hit you with all the drugs at the same time.
So, okay. So, Tim, what would you say is the benefit of monogamy?
Oh, my God. I'm so old. I need to pay you money. What's your cash app? Bro, I'm gonna tell you, the safety, the protection, the value of being known, seen, heard, and understood by one person that knows everything about you, mind, soul, and body, you ain't had the best sex until you've had sex with exclusivity.
Interesting.
I'm telling you what I know, fam. Sex with exclusivity is the best sex you will ever have in your entire life. And the generational mindset that I get tired of it and I need variety and there's just no way to just, it's the same person over and over and over. You've been living in your same house. You've been driving that same car. You've been working that same job. You know what I mean? We switch up everything now so much that we actually think that like sexual connectivity with others is going to give us something that exclusivity wouldn't. But if you never articulate what your needs, desires, and expressions are with a person to give them the opportunity to reciprocate all of that, you actually don't know what you actually have until you do the work to have it. But this is only for the grown. I'm telling you right now.
I think it's something that just seems, I guess, to people just non-sexy about having to have conversation.
I agree with that. It's
No,
like you
but not-
enjoy the pleasure, but you're still very like skeptical about the whole
You're
experience.
very skeptical. Remember, we kind of talked about prior about it's just certain things people do, and you just kind of charge them off to the game. And
Yeah.
this person here. So,
Exactly.
I mean, that's definitely in the category of those things. But as a man, sexually,
Yeah.
do you think that it's possible for us to have sex or fulfill ourselves or these little urges that you have on a, I guess, impromptu basis, even if it's not consistent, and you still be able to fulfill and have a happy marriage with your wife? Is that possible? Can you create that environment?
No, that's not possible.
Okay.
The soul is fragmented with every person that you have sex with.
Okay, so I want to ask you about that because in the most ideal situation, I would love to marry a virgin.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I would love to all the chicks to be virgins. You know what I mean? But I know that's not possible. But as somebody who actually married a virgin, what impact do you think that has had on her ability to bond and be caring and just be loyal to you?
Oh my goodness. Well, if it's one thing I lament more than anything is losing my virginity.
Really?
I lament I have a lot of regrets in my life. That one, I wish I would have saved myself for Julia. I wish I didn't have another memory of another woman. I really don't. I really don't.
Have those memories affected your sex life in your marriage?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm telling you, Juliet and I have better sex than porn stars.
So then why do you lament that?
I lament it because I regret that somebody else has experienced me as a sexual creature consensually outside of Juliet. That I've ever, when I think about the sexual part of my life, I'm a sexual being, and I think about the sexual part of my life. I just wish I had deposited all my money into that account. I wish I'd never had a Wells Fargo account.
You know, I think
don't they say to diversify your investments?
Right. No, but I think that's funny. I think that's a good point though, because usually when you think about sex, you think about what you're receiving.
Yeah.
You're not really thinking about what you're giving up. And every time you have sex with somebody, you do give them
absolutely
a piece
correct.
of you in this way.
Yeah, absolutely correct.
But it's so
and
easy
men are givers. Our whole bodies are wired to give. Women's bodies are wired to receive.
Soul being fragmented, though, I want you to kind of talk about that.
Yeah.
Because most men feel like, we're built to have sex. We designed to, we producing all this sperm. You know the conversation, right?
I do.
But now you're taking it to a soul level. Shout out to Nick Cannon.
The mentor.
Hey, we need you on the show next, Nick.
Big brother.
But tell me about that.
Yeah.
What are the true effects to a man? Because obviously it seems to not be physical, the problems or the problems that may come with it.
Yeah.
You're saying it's on a soul spirit level.
Break
that down for me.
It's on a emotional level. It's on a spiritual level. you think about the men that, okay, they've had multiple partners, right? But okay, and we in there's a certain subcategory of masculinity, right, where that is celebrated, right? Oh,
Yeah.
he get pussy, yeah. He knocks them all down.
Those be the legends. They legends.
He get that extra dap.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Salute. And they all baddies, and they all got fat booties, and they all got, you know what I'm saying? And we celebrate that. That man's soul has never been known. He's never been known. He's a performer. He doesn't know what it is to be loved without performing. He doesn't even know he needs to not perform. So everything about his identity has to do with performance. And the moment he can no longer perform, he's no longer known. That's a part of every man that, if not realized, you can't even understand what life is about. Nick Cannon, does he have enough money to have all these babies with all these women?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, he does. Has he produced 11 broken families?
So those home. So now I get, by definition. I think the definition of broken, I looked this up recently, is like a home, pretty much a home where the people are either divorced or separated, right? I mean,
They're not together.
they're not together.
They're not together.
Now, is he able to provide? If he is able to provide emotional support to each one of those families, because I think it's like 6 of them,
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 of them, whatever one it is.
We've lost count.
If he's able to do that, is there no honor in that? Because I think also, right, because Nick is also a very, like, he got woke. He's on a very historical level, and I think it goes back to the, back in history, especially tying back to African ties and lineage. Polygamy was an aspect of culture.
Correct. That's correct.
So was that wrong even then?
I believe that God's plan was always for a man and a woman to be exclusive to each other for a lifetime. And if they can make babies and procreate, yay. If they can't, okay. Right? We accept the will of God. Polygamy is even found in Scripture as early as Abraham, right? The founder of both not both Judaism, Christianity, and Islam all comes from Abraham. Okay, but if Abraham does not take the advice of Sarai to take his handmaid Hagar and have a baby with her, then we don't even have the discussion that we're having now. Jacob winds up having the 12 sons of Israel with 4 different women: Leah, Rachel, Zilpah, and Bilhah. Is it permitted? It is permitted. Is it conducive? No, it's not conducive. Does it cause issues and problems in the family structure and the dynamic? 1000% every single time. There's no way around it. So can Nick support his children times 6 different women? Absolutely he can. Can he be there for them emotionally? To some degree. But wherever he is, he's not with the others. Wherever they are, they're not with them, with him. So it's a fracture that is going to be felt by those children, no matter how much money is thrown at them and how much time they get with daddy during the week. I have half brothers and sisters by different mothers, and I'm not a part of a unit. I'm a Lego. And I'm clicked into the blocks, and we stacked something. And this is our family. This is our family dynamic, but it is fractured. And I understand that in a fallen world, you got a lot of broken people and a lot of broken things happen. But I don't want to live my life stepping across broken glass.
I get it.
Very interesting perspective. I am still curious what Nick Cannon's plan is and kind of how he's doing things because he has yet to share that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think that's a very interesting take you got on him.
Yeah,
very interesting take. You got a lot of interesting takes too. I even saw the take you had on the homewreckers.
Yeah,
that was interesting too. I think that's also kind of related.
Yeah,
to kind of what we're thinking on. Well, give me your thoughts?
What is a homewrecker?
Yeah, what's a homewrecker?
Yeah, so if you're alluding to the clip, I think you're talking about it's the homewrecker is usually the woman that the man slept with.
Okay.
And she's the homewrecker. Is that what you were alluding to?
That's exactly what I'm alluding
to. Yeah. So she's the homewrecker, and this Jezebel, this old hoe, this old hussy, this old dumb beep. I won't say that word, okay? It's not that I can't say that word. I'm restraining myself. Right? So she gets the blame. But this is a pod. The reason why I came here is because these are men, right? Talking about relationships.
Facts.
And what it means. There's different men. I understand that. I don't speak for all men. Y'all don't speak for all men, right? But we're on this journey together as men. Mm-hmm. The homewrecker is the dude. It ain't the chick. Because at the end of the day, without me, there is no wrecking. Mm-hmm. So you can be as fine as you want to be. Again, are we going to be honest with ourselves about what we like and don't like? Infidelity at the root is always about a person that doesn't feel comfortable telling the truth about the status of their relationship and what they're attracted to. That's the root. Ain't nobody happy in cheating unless you're polyamorous or unless you're a throuple or you know what I mean?
I personally have experienced cheating in the past, and not in any situation was I actually happy. Yeah, it's nerve wracking. You paranoid. You know you being very dishonest to the other person, and nothing is really. Even the way you have to go about cheating, you really don't even get the full experience from the person that you're cheating with.
It's the reason why we haven't evolved from the word cheating.
Exactly.
We don't have a cooler thing. We have better words for pedophiles now than we have for cheaters.
When you go on and doing that kind of thing, it's very unsettling.
It's unsettling, right? And you're talking about how unsettled you felt. Were you married at the time?
No. And yeah, you're right. I'm talking about with a girlfriend.
Right. And it's typically just a girlfriend. It's a trail of lies that typically lead to the cheating.
Yes.
A trail of bullshit that you got to keep up with, that you got to track, that you got to delete.
Yep.
That you got to clean up.
That's exactly right.
That you got to, just keep up with all of this shit. It's never a fun situation if you got to do that.
Now let's back up and deal with the lies before those lies. You told yourself some lies.
What's some of those lies you tell
yourself? It ain't that bad.
She deserved it.
Well, no. Before those lies even start, it's just a text. I ain't doing nothing. It's just, okay, it was a little flirting, but it ain't going to go no further.
I don't even like her like that.
I don't even rock with her like that. You know what I'm saying? Then she send you some titty pics, and you like, this girl tripping. Why you trying to play with me?
I don't even like titties.
No, you're right, though.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a whole bunch of lies we tell ourselves before the lies we start telling others. We lie to ourselves, then we lie to everybody else.